In today's lesson, I am going to teach you once again the 5 W's method. Who, what, when, where, and why. This simple method has helped thousands upon thousands of English learners finally start speaking English like a native English speaker. They're able to think in English and speak fluently about their ideas, and you will be able to do the same. Are you ready? Well then, I'm teacher Tiffany. Let's jump right in. Now, this simple method can be applied to any topic. I want us to start with this one right here. Imagine someone asked you, what did your friend do this morning? To be honest, a very simple question, right? Hey, what did your friend do this morning? But in order for you to answer this like a native English speaker, to give a fluent response in English, you must use the 5 W's. So let's start with the first one. Who? Let's say your friend's name is Sarah. What? Sarah went to the gym. I'm not going to lie to you. This morning, I also went to the gym and I feel rejuvenated. All right. We'll get back to Sarah though. Again, we're answering the who, what, when, where, and why questions. Here we go. What about the when? This morning. Where? In her neighborhood. Why? To stay fit and healthy. Now, at this point, we have answered each of the 5 W's. Who? Sarah. What? Went to the gym. When? This morning. Where? In her neighborhood. Why? She wants to stay fit and healthy. Very simple pieces of information, right? I'm sure you understood each and every piece of information. So how can we turn this into a fluent English response? A response that any native English speaker would give easily. Here's what it would look like. Using the 5 W's we just organized. This morning, Sarah decided to prioritize her health and fitness by heading to the gym in her neighborhood. Now, don't worry, I'm going to teach you the new words as well. Let's continue. She told me that she went because she wants to stay fit and healthy. She understands the importance of exercise for both physical and mental well-being and is committed to making it a regular part of her routine. Each of the 5 W's is found in this response. When you are able to organize your thoughts using the 5 W's, you will also be able to give a response like a native English speaker. Each piece of information is found in this response. Now, I want to quickly break down some of the words and the expressions. First, the word prioritize. Excellent. Again, prioritize. Great job. Now, this just means, there we go right here, to determine the order for dealing with a series of items or tasks according to their relative importance. For example, you might have 5 tasks to complete today at your job, but you know writing the report is the most important one you must finish first. So you are prioritizing, again, determining the order for dealing with a series of items or tasks according to their relative importance. Now, I'm teaching you this word, I'm giving you the definition, but don't forget to download the app English with Tiffany. After this lesson, you can go and practice what I am teaching you. The new words, the new expressions, and yes, even what you're seeing as we go through the 5 W's. So don't forget to download the English with Tiffany app. The link is in the description. You'll see for today's lesson so you can practice what you're learning. All right? Now, what about this next word, this next expression, heading to? Good. Again, heading to. Great job. I said heading to the gym. Heading to actually just means moving or traveling towards a particular place or direction. Hey, you know that I love Indian food, but I also love Mexican food. And there's a Mexican restaurant not too far from my office. So around lunchtime, I'm going to head to the Mexican restaurant. I'm going to move towards the restaurant, going in that direction. You caught it, right? Excellent. In English, we say heading to or head to a certain place or in a certain direction. What about this one though? She wants to stay fit and healthy. What does fit mean? So after me first, repeat after me. Fit. Excellent. Again, fit. Great job. Last time after me. Fit. Nice. Now this just means being in good physical condition or health. In English, we say fit. Being in good physical condition. I was actually just talking to one of my friends. Our families are very close. And I was looking at some pictures of him when he was extremely muscular. He was really fit. His body, I couldn't honestly see any fat on his body. And he was telling me what he went through in order to get so fit. So again, being in good physical condition or health. In English, we say fit. Maybe you're fit right now. Here we go. Next, well-being. Good again, well-being. Great job. Now this just means the state of being comfortable, healthy, and happy. Well-being, mentally, physically, you feel good. I think I right now have a good feeling. I'm experiencing good vibes. I'm experiencing good health. You can tell. I'm trying to show you, right? Hey, mentally healthy, physically healthy. Again, like she said, for both physical and mental well-being. That's why she exercises. That's also one of the reasons why I exercise. It really helps your mental well-being. You got it? Excellent. So again, we use the 5 W's to give this response in answer to the question, what did your friend do this morning? And you see we have heading to, prioritize, fit, and well-being. New words and expressions. Don't forget again, in order for you to practice, you must download the app English with Tiffany. Right after this lesson, go to the app and practice what I am teaching you right now. Okay, the link is right in the description. Now, what if somebody asks you this question? Why did Michael buy a new car? Simple question, right? Hey, why did Michael buy a new car? You might say he wanted one. That is a correct answer. But remember, we're trying to get you to speak like a native English speaker, to speak English fluently. So what do we need to do? You got it. To apply the 5 W's, who, what, when, where, and why. So the question, why did Michael buy a new car? So we have who? Michael. What? Bought a new car. When? Last week. Where? At a dealership. Why? Because his old car was no longer reliable. So we have each piece of information that we need. Who, what, when, where, and why. Very simple pieces of information. I want you to pay attention to the fact that the 5 W's method is actually very simple. Michael bought a new car last week at a dealership because his old car was no longer reliable. Now, how can we turn this into a response? A fluent English response. Check it out. Here we go. Michael bought a new car last week from a dealership. Already starting off good. His old car was no longer reliable, so he decided it was time for an upgrade. Michael is excited about his new purchase and feels more confident knowing he has a reliable means of transportation. That is an amazing response. Again, using the 5 W's that we organized, and you understand them. This is how you are able to give a fluent English response when you use the 5 W's. Very simple, but it creates a very good response. Now, in this response, just like last time, you'll see that there is a new word and a new expression. The word is reliable. Good. Again, after me. Reliable. Excellent. Last time after me. Reliable. Great job. Now, this just means consistently good in quality or performance, able to be trusted. Make sense? Now, I'm going to use an example, and I hope you agree with me. I think I am a reliable English teacher. I think my YouTube channel, Speak English with Tiffany, is a reliable YouTube channel. Why? Because each week, every Sunday, I consistently upload an English lesson. I hope the quality meets your standards. I hope you enjoy the lessons. I think my channel is a reliable English channel. Do you agree? You can answer. I can hear you. Thank you very much. So you understand the term reliable, right? Again, in the response, his old car was no longer reliable. You got it? Excellent. All right, here we go. The next one is means of transportation. Good. Again, means of transportation. Excellent. Last time after me. Means of transportation. Good. Again, please don't forget to practice when you, after this lesson, go to the app English with Tiffany, because it's important for you to practice this as well. You have some speech practice with this one too, pronunciation. All right, it just means a vehicle or mode of travel used to move people or goods from one place to another. We just say means of transportation. My car is my means of transportation. Some people take the bus to work. Some people, I almost coughed there. Some people take the train, means of transportation. And again, in the response at the very end, he feels more confident knowing he has a reliable means of transportation. You got it, right? Excellent. All right, so now that we see how powerful the 5 W's are, when we go to our last example here, I think you'll already be able to start thinking of your own responses for the 5 W's. Here's the question someone might ask you right here. What did Emily do last night? What did Emily do last night? Now, I'm going to give you some information to match each of the 5 W's. But if you're watching this video lesson, I want you to look at the video and start thinking for yourself, okay, what could I say? Now for the who, Emily, that's the response. But for the what, I said watched a movie. You might say she's working on her computer. Again, I want you to start thinking. This is the first step in the process. Think and then speak. When? Last night. Where? At home. Why? Because it was a new release she had been looking forward to. Each of the 5 W's has been answered. No matter what the topic is, no matter what the question is, you can use the 5 W's to think in English and finally speak English fluently. So, using our 5 W's, the information we organized, how can we speak English? Here's the response. Last night, Emily decided to chill at home and watch a movie. She was excited because it was a new release she had been looking forward to. After watching the movie, she hit me up and told me it was great. You like that, right? You like that? For those watching, I had a little acting for you. But you see, we used the 5 W's, who, what, when, where, and why. and we got a